Hopefully y'all can see this motherfucker. Do this shit again. Go through the invite process. Gonna do it all over again. But I ain't doing all them invites this time. I'm gonna give people a chance to get back in, but this shit crazy. I started trying to get y'all firearm education. They don't want us talking about firearms. They don't want to talk about the right to bear arms and armed bears, or however the fuck you want to see it, but yeah, they showed on some bullshit. They wouldn't even show me when I tried to see who was in the request to join the video. I couldn't even see that shit. These motherfuckers serious about shut Rod Hayes down. They got low-level minions attacking. They got Look, somebody gonna have to screen record these motherfuckers, cause they be deleting the shit out of my shit, and I don't have no control over it, cause I don't own motherfucking Instagram yet. But you better believe I'm gonna buy that motherfucker one day. Cause they ain't gonna keep doing this shit to us. I mean, like, they don't want no motherfucker talking no real shit talking, but they want. Look, they issued. Y'all know the United Nations is no longer in New York. Them motherfuckers is over in Switzerland now. But the United Nations said that they issue war on the public conspiracy theorists. Right? Now, here's the thing about me. I'm not a theorist. I don't theorize about conspiracies. I show you where that motherfucker at, though. So I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm more like a conspiracy realist. When motherfuckers be on that bullshit, I be telling y'all what the fuck going on. And motherfuckers don't like that shit because they don't know how to read the shit I read. Motherfucker, I read the motherfucking leaves when the wind blow. I got so good at reading, motherfucker, I read farts. Nigga, I know what you ate last month. But anyway, back to the thing. So, they done ran up in Mar-a-Lago, and they done tried everything they could to keep this stage show going. And now we're running down to getting ready for the motherfucking curtain call and the final credits on the shit. If it's up to me, I shut this bitch down today. But, you know, it's a whole lot of shit going into the transferring of power. This what a lot of people don't understand. So I had a call a couple days ago. Some elders was asking about paying bills. My philosophy, fuck a job, fuck a bill. But I can't tell you in good faith what to do with your life. You have to figure that out on your own. But I do know this. When enough of us realize what's going on with these bills, and enough of us realize what's going on with these fake ass jobs, and they undercutting the bottom dollar of the worker, all these motherfuckers gonna stop paying bills and they gonna stop working. That's gonna kill the system. So don't nobody want it hard, but I'm gonna tell y'all a hard thing that's gonna happen. You worried about paying your bills because your lights getting cut off? They getting cut off anyway. Everybody's shit gonna get cut off for a period of time during the reset. So you paying your bills, anticipating that shit, make that shit happen. Fuck that bullshit. Make them motherfuckers shut this bitch down from Maine to Arizona, from Alaska to Florida. But people scared. I don't blame them. I wasn't scared, but I understand they plight. Because I was in the same position. I just be thinking ahead, and I know how to position myself not to take the fall when the bullshit come. Right? So, a lot of the elders, if you don't know what to do, keep paying your bills. If you don't know, if you can't live without lights, gas, and water, keep paying your bills. But I'm gonna tell you this: that shit getting cut off anyway. Water might stay on, but I guarantee you these motherfuckers gonna cut the lights off, because they already started doing that shit under the false pretenses of a power outage. Right? That now we got floods in Vegas. Yep. So look, we got floods in Vegas. We got floods in Arizona, in Death Valley, where it don't even rain hardly. Their annual precipitation is less than an inch a year. All of a sudden, they got enough to flood the motherfucking valley. And ain't nobody even looking at that shit. Then you got floods in D.C. Baltimore flooded last week. Now, where else we need a flood at for you motherfuckers to wake up and pull your head out of your ass? This shit over with. All y'all doing now is just watching the slow building that's falling, and y'all think it's falling slow until you try to escape this motherfucker. So, as far as paying your bills, try to get a whole city to stop at one time. That'd bring enough to bring this bitch to his knees. But y'all don't know how to do that kind of organized effort because you talk to be disorganized and anti each other. Divide and conquer is the rule of the day. So long as niggas stay divided, niggas stay conquered. As soon as a motherfucker come talking about some unity, yep, they not bullshitting. The lights going off. Ain't no doubt about it. The lights going off. I don't know if the gas going off, but I know the lights going off. Ain't no doubt about it. Consumers, DTE, whichever one of the motherfuckers running y'all lights, that shit coming to an end. You motherfuckers better get candles. They've been telling us for years. When the shit happen, when one of these motherfuckers that look like this get on one of these devices, assert they motherfuckers superior jurisdiction to the de facto corporation, they gonna have rolling blackouts all across the land and around the world. Y'all not watching overseas. Europe is having a heat wave. Europe is having a heat wave. Motherfucker, Europe having a heat wave. Y'all motherfuckers don't get it. Europe having a heat wave. The motherfucking rivers is drying up all over the world, but we flooding in deserts over here. And y'all not paying that shit no attention. They run this dog and pony show, running up in motherfucking shit, all of them out of law, being watched by military intelligence. Y'all been seeing the fall of America. That shit, Elijah Muhammad wrote that shit back in the day. I was walking around sucking on a bottle with a shitty diaper when he wrote that motherfucker. And now here 50 years later, I'm telling you motherfuckers, wake the fuck up. This shit over with. This shit over with. Motherfuckers keep thinking the motherfucker crazy. Right? You got motherfuckers out here debunking me from some public domain shit. I ain't did nothing to them niggas. Fuck them niggas. One of the things that the sister sent me some information on Tucson, Louverture, and fucking blew my wig back. Cause when I did the cross energy analysis, it was what she said. I couldn't get nobody to close out the Haitian conjure. And I never even thought to even look for Tucson. It never crossed my mind once I found the priestess who gave her life for the victory in the war. It never crossed my mind to look for him. And lo and behold, this nigga's Rashad Jamal. I'm like, what in the blue fuck is this shit? So now we got Tucson over here. We got the priestess that gave her life. And we got a whole Haitian community over here. We need to put some shit together so them people can stop suffering on that island. So they got to go and get that boy up out of there. Get that young man out of there. All that old trumped up ass shit. Them motherfuckers would wish they would have never done that shit. Look, this is the age of knowing and revelations of things done in secret called the Aquarian Age. All these motherfuckers doing their dirt in secret. They about to be, that shit about to get drug out in the open because they thinking they getting away with it and they still doing dirt. They accusing motherfuckers of pedophilia while they trading children on the free open market. Like it's like they got a license to trade children. What kind of shit is that? Look, these kids is way more important than these grown folks. The kids, the future. These babies, the future. We all come back through one of these motherfucking babies in our families. Just hope one of them love us enough to let us use their motherfucking life energy to bring us back. But you motherfuckers asleep. You motherfuckers asleep. You can't continuously keep doing the same dirt that was done to us on each other and don't expect it to be a consequence. All this shit sooner or later had to come to an end, but everybody that had the ability to bring it to an end got murdered, except me. Because they never seen me coming. Because they always thought I was a joke. They thought I was an imbecile in law. That's what they get for thought. Next time them son of a bitches better think. Right? Yeah, that's what when I was doing my investigation, you know, I only person that I message or about the situation. Oh, well, I ain't gonna put that out there, but I only message one person about the situation to determine if what I'm saying is right according to the children. And yeah, he told y'all who the fuck he was. He who the fuck he said he was. So now I gotta get him out, pair him up with the priestess. No wonder they wouldn't give her Oshun ceremony. Ancestors wouldn't let it happen without Toussaint. All of the masters is over here, known or unknown. All of them motherfuckers came over here to bring this shit to his fucking knees. I'm talking Haile Selassie, Muhammad Ahmed, motherfucking Hannibal. All of the masters that you know of in history, all the motherfuckers is walking in the flesh around America right now. They walking around America right now. They even got motherfuckers that's non-melanated masters. Motherfuckers that we called philosophers back in the day. The Greeks, who was the first to be civilized in Europe by the Egyptian priests before the Etruscans came along and hijacked that shit. The same way they came over here as conquistadors. But we don't like to talk about that because motherfuckers, they feelings hurt because they got caught up in dogma. Well, motherfucker, you should have stood by your morals and fucked the dogma. But now since you got caught up in your Albert Pike shit and your motherfucking Hegelian dialectical shit, it is what it is. You know? So, when we know who a motherfucker is in their past, we give them all of that same power multiplied by 10 in their present. You not finna bring us down no more. What Pac say? We done seen too many real niggas fall to let these bitch niggas beat us. It's just not gonna happen. The Greeks was the first Europeans. Well, I'm gonna do a whole. That's gonna be the second part of the young elder Yaqub story revisited, because y'all have to know exactly what happened. You know, I could give a quick run over it. When the dirt was found out and everybody got put under Kali Yuga, the Kingu, the spell of Kingu, the spell of sleep. Everybody was under, the good had to suffer with the bad. The only thing that's about that would make it be able to be tolerable is the payout. The bad gonna get their reward just like the good gonna get their reward. It ain't gonna be no distinguishing motherfuckers. You did your dirt, you pay for your dirt. Ain't nobody getting out of here without paying for their dirt. Motherfucker could dive off of a cliff 500 feet and hit the bottom of that bitch. He ain't gonna die until he get done paying for his dirt. It's over with. Everybody gotta pay for what they did. So these motherfuckers gonna accuse this young man of some bullshit because all you need is an allegation. But the problem is they got the motherfucking conspiracy accessible to the government, you dumb fucks. Now they got these little minions running around trying to attack, to distract. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit not gonna work. You know. So, let me see what else I need to tell y'all before I go taking callers. So I told y'all about the floods. Told y'all, the heat wave. Yeah, I told y'all about the heat. The heat wave so bad, they got cities where the plastic is melting off cars. I posted that shit the other day. 396 on the views, 369 on the turnaround. Yeah, everybody gets, look, on my watch, I believe in equality in its true form. If a motherfucker work for $5, you get that motherfucker $5 when he get done. You can give him some extra shit as a tip if you choose to, but you're not gonna hold that $5 from the motherfucker that put the work in. This is where we at with this shit. So, the good, bad, or indifferent, right or wrong, when you sowed your seeds, you finna reap your reward. I just hope that more motherfuckers sold a righteous motherfucking garden than a wicked one. Because when the wickedness come back, that shit hurt. New motherfuckers, that shit gonna hurt. I've watched motherfuckers lay up in the bed and can't die, shriveling up, muscles turning to mush, cause they paying for their dirt. You know, and the motherfucker that make you pay for your dirt is you. All you gotta do is proceed with dumb shit, and dumb shit gonna come back to you. Everybody trying to do right, they not gonna get punished for failing because you allowed to make mistakes. But all of you motherfuckers that had ill intent and you was trying to tear motherfuckers down, chop a motherfucker off at the knees, stop a motherfucker from getting to the bank, crash their car in front of the bank, all that bullshit, that shit over with. You're gonna get exactly what you earn. We not looking for no, look, I don't want nothing extra, I just want my shit. I know the reward that, yeah, that motherfucker had a whole, Jesus was a vampire. That motherfucker had a whole eat the body, drink the blood ceremony. That's vampiric than a motherfucker. I was just talking about Mar-a-Lago. All it is a triggering mechanism for the masses to tell them it's something big about to happen. Pay attention to this event. Because if you don't pay attention to this event, when the big shit happen, you're going to be lost. We don't pay attention to shit that ain't in our motherfucking direct line of sight. All of the peripheral shit that's going on the side of you, you don't even see that shit. That's why motherfuckers get motherfucking jaws chin checked, right? So most motherfuckers scared of shadow work. If you don't do that shadow work, you can't clear your karma. You can pay a motherfucker $1 million to clear your karma, and they gonna fail miserably because you have to live your life the way you live your life. The side effect has to be to overcome generational curses, which is the karma clearing process. You got all the dirt of all your ancestors resting on your shoulders. If you ain't got the balls to call them on their bullshit, then guess what? You got to pay for it. Because you the one here who's been sent to clean that shit up. You know, so you can clean it up or you don't have to clean it up. It don't matter to me. I'm doing my part, whether you like it or not. Yeah, you got to tell your story because your story is your book of life. A lot of the people in your book of life not going to appreciate you using their name to tell your story. But the problem with that is they in your book of life. So you can't tell your story and leave them out. You can't tell your story and not include somebody integral in your book of life, right? And then, so what do? We give them nicknames, you know, like Black Girl Magic, like Queen Mother. So you start calling them by their titles. That way you ain't got to use their names, but I don't give a fuck. I'm going to put your name in that bitch. I'm going to say your name, your past life name, and your next life name if I have to do it to get the information out in order to break these generational curses. Hey, look, as a teacher, I don't know how you do it. Because y'all got some restrictions that prevent y'all from really teaching, and you training them instead of teaching them. I don't want that job. I'm not finna train nobody to be a servant or slave to nobody else. Everything I can teach a motherfucker to come up and overcome, that's what I'm gonna teach. If I gotta teach you to be subject to a motherfucker, subservient, second class, I don't teach that class. That's not my class. That's not my class. Now, I tried to sign up so I could get a video visit with Rashad, but like I told y'all, all my motherfucking paperwork been hijacked by the system, so none of my shit worked. And when I tried to sign up, because I want to talk to him and tell him what to look out for, but I can't get to him. They kept telling me my shit timed. Every time I put my shit in, it say timed out. No, fucker. How the fuck it timed out? I just opened the goddamn app. But that's cool. I already see what that is. And So we gonna deal with that shit how it come. Let me see who's trying to get in here and see what we want to talk about. We're gonna go with the sister first. She at the top. If I think of anything else while we on here, I'm gonna make sure I plug y'all into the information. But I can't think of nothing that I haven't told yet.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Uh-oh, it's a little choppy. I hope you can hear
Yeah,
me
you
clear.
glitching.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's starting to clear up. It's just taking a minute. Just
I am
taking a
so
minute.
happy to be with you. Riding this wave, we about to come to the end of this. I'm
I
here
can't
in
wait till
the,
this shit over with. I'm so ready for this shit to be over. I want it over yesterday.
yes, yes. And of course, as I try to share with everybody, I'm alienating everybody. I'm all by myself. I'm in another world compared to everybody I know.
Yeah.
Um,
Now watch what they do.
yeah,
When the
I,
shit flip, they gonna be kissing your ass like they did in isolation.
I know, man. But it's
Don't
so
nobody want don't nobody want you kissing their ass after the fact. Listen to what I'm telling you now, motherfucker.
exactly. You are saying everything on my mind for real. It is so true. But look, I'm connecting with some sisters. I found some sisters. We are starting to conjure. We're trying to get it together. We're speaking about the continuity of Congress. I've been sitting back with questions that I have. I'm not oppositional, but with this, you got to be on your P's and Q's, and those that you think you trust sometimes may not. So, I'm listening to what you're saying. So, where my questions were with the transition. So, I saw a presentation. I've got to see the full one tomorrow in regards to the continuity of Congress, and I see where we're taking over the FEMA. So they've got these fusion centers, but when we take over, and this is put to you as a question, we are going to go into taking over these fusion centers and transitioning with the continuity of Congress ourselves. Is that correct?
Okay, it's continuity of government. The
Yeah.
document that explains it is the FEMA document, continuity of government. FEMA is short for female because it's talking about the return of the matriarchs. They told us it's Federal Emergency Management Association, but it's female. It's short for female. They cut the word short and then turned it into an acronym so nobody wasn't going to figure out what they was looking at. The
Okay.
reason why they was a disaster in Katrina is because that was their first outing as a emergency system. So it's ran by sisters on the low, whether they telling us or not. But they had to have an event to train so that when we tear this old system down, we have an emergency replacement for Red Cross. We got a
Mm-hmm.
replacement for calling in the National Guard because we have to do things from a non-military angle. And that's why FEMA was created. The
Okay.
FEMA is going to end up falling under um the women's military contingent. It's a merger of all of the like the Moorish Women's Auxiliary, the MGT. They're gonna all be absorbed into one organization, and then they're gonna run FEMA. But the FEMA contract was given out in.
You breaking up real bad. You breaking up.
Like I ain't though. But once the FEMA is trained, and that's what all they've been just training. They have That's why the continuity of government falls under FEMA, because the continuity of government is transferring this patriarch.
Yeah. Is it something that we should be doing as our individual groups? I want to put that out there, and I also want to ask your opinion because we have in our neighborhood called ANC Commission, which is Advisory Neighborhood Commission, where neighbors go and participate in the level of government in facilitating the needs. And I've run several times. I'm being courted to run again, but I'm very cautious about this government in transition. So I wanted to get your feedback in how I could possibly be active.
In a neighborhood or a community organization, first you have to see if it's governmental or if it's something that was set up by the people to keep government in check. This was the problem. We stopped doing our government. We used to have groups back in the day that kept everybody in government honest, and the government took them all over. They took them all over. So now they can do their dirt unrestricted. So if you see a community active organization that was created to keep government in check, take that shit over. Take that shit back.
Okay. Okay.
And use it to go back to the oral traditions and tribal ways and abandon their legal system. Their legal system is ran by barristers and it's all private. But they act like it's public.
I have to be elected to be in it. You know, and so it's like what you said. I'm pretty sure it was meant to keep things honest and segue for the local population. But I've been back and forth whether I should participate for just that. I'm not for this government, so I'm not trying to help Babylon. I'm loving this.
Anything to put a bullet in Babylon head, take full advantage of it.
Yes.
And if you don't see where you can trip them motherfuckers up, avoid it. It's judo.
Okay.
It's basic judo. When they throw the punch, we catch their hand and flip their ass.
I got another question totally on another level in regards to property. So I am in a position that I was looking to sell and move, and I'm like back and forth, not understanding how we're transitioning. I've heard you say that when we transition that we won't own the land, but then people who own property, like how does that go? And for those that want it, like I'm looking to buy some more land, like how does that work?
Property ownership is a mythological creation of the corporation using the system of deeds. The deeds is a royal family called lords. It's the branch called the lords. You look up titles of nobilities, and then you know who all of them are. They all in the Black's Law Dictionary. Every one of the titles and ranks. Right.
Okay.
So
They breaking you up again.
of doing the paperwork for the lords and other the nobles, all of their paperwork is handled by the barristers. So when they take us to court, they not taking us to court as a person, as an individual human. They take us to court as a straw man.
Right.
Then you standing in the courtroom as if you got something to do with that matter. That's a barrister matter. If you're not a barrister, you ain't supposed to be in there. Now, how do we know this to be reality? The judge is a barrister, the prosecutor is a barrister, and the attorney is a barrister. All of them are called bar members, and bar members issue titles of nobility in violation of the first article of the Constitution 2 times. It tell you one time in there that no state shall issue a title of nobility. In another part, it tell you that the United States shall not issue any titles of nobility. So who's giving these motherfuckers Esquires on the end of their name or honorable at the beginning, which is ranking systems within the barristers.
So the title patent as well fall into that, right?
It's called letters patent. They issue. It's like being knighted, but you can't pass your nobility on to your children by birthright. They have to go through a training program called law school.
Okay. Now that is in
That's
regards. So once things transition, one, I'm looking at, oh my goodness, am I going to lose some equity, or, like, how would I be able to move to another property if I'm at one property and I want to get some land somewhere else? How does that look?
the women gonna be they gonna have what family arrangements where a family might have a whole big ass farm, right? And then the family members will use that as the headquarters for the family. Wherever they live at, they can always go back home. That's how it was before they came over here. That's why nobody owned land, because you can't own earth. You
Right,
can't take earth with you when you die.
right. I just want
Right.
to make sure
So
I got something when I'm gone.
but all of it is a smokescreen. The real wealth is what you call mineral wealth. The currency, the greenbacks, is not wealth. It's debt. The more of it you have, the deeper you are in debt.
Hmm.
Right? But we don't know that because that's our illusion of wealth. The illusion of wealth gives you a pacifier that keeps you from asking questions about the true origin of the wealth. Where's my money?
Okay. Okay. So once things transition, if I'm looking to, say, go to Hawaii and I got property in DC, I could just go there, find where I want to live, build a house, and I'll be able to pass that on.
When No, the wealth you'll be able to pass on gonna come to you in the form of mineral wealth.
It's
The
gonna come to.
family will, right. So, and the family's wealth is gonna have you. Everybody gonna have to have a family bank. You
Gotcha.
have to decentralize the banking system because they're using that to rape us economically.
Okay.
And the only way to decentralize it is to have families set up banks, and the bank will be set up under the oldest living matriarch of the clan.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then she got to go through the family and find the people that know how to handle money, that know how to look over business plans to determine if it's a viable venture. And if not, they won't fund it. If it's a viable venture, they'll fund it.
So is the family going to be connected to, like, life insurance like they did before? You pull the bill, like,
Hold on, I can't hear you. This motorcycle across the street, loud as hell. Just sitting there. Blah, 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 blah.
oh, it's consideration. I'm saying this is awesome. What I'm saying is, oh, are we going to go back to the life insurance?
You sound muffled.
Oh,
Your your finger ain't on the speaker, is it?
no, let me see if I can type it. Do life insurance? Are we going to pay the money? Life insurance is going to go with the food, or even like the birth certificate. They pull the money from the life insurance to the birth certificate.
I personally don't mess with none of that stuff because it's a trap.
Yeah,
It's a trap. So what they do is they tell you how to access your money, but when you try to access your money, it pisses them off, so they retaliate.
right.
So I don't even trust them motherfuckers with that shit. I'm waiting on the system to flip, and then everything that's ours will come back to us.
And that'll be our family.
So we don't know the system flip because it won't be able to be a secret no more.
That's within the next few weeks, right?
Get your loud ass the fuck on up the road. God damn, he came and noise polluted the whole goddamn block with that loud ass motherfucking broke motherfucking muffler motorbike.
So once the system flips, the family bank will be the money that they have reimbursed us, and that's what we will base our family bank from.
Well, yeah, the family bank will be seeded by decentralized and the central banks, but the money won't go in until you have a banking structure in place. If you go back to some of my old videos, I've been saying it for the longest. Learn how to set up a family bank to expedite your return of your wealth.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Every family that already have a family bank set up will know, will be the first ones to get their money. The ones who lagging behind and think there's some bullshit is gonna be last.
Okay.
Because they're not gonna set up a family bank, and they're not gonna do nothing until it's the last minute, until they see something in the public domain that tell them you need a family bank. They're not gonna pursue it. That's why I'm telling everybody the spoiler ahead of time. Those who have understood how family banks work and they have their family bank board in place, they family banks will be the easiest ones to come online with the wealth. The ones who dragging their feet because they don't like their cousin because she slapped them when they was little, them motherfuckers is going to be the hardest motherfuckers to get money to because they got too much selfish agenda in the way.
So with my family structure, the matriarchs, as far as my mom, grands have gone. I've got cousins. So will I be considered the senior matriarch, or should I need to go back to my cousins?
If you okay, so what y'all do is you have a family gathering around a particular matriarch in the family. Even if she's not here, she was the last great matriarch that everybody still respect and honor to this day. She could be a great grandmother.
Okay.
And they still talk about her. She'd be the one that you would say, okay, we're going to have a family gathering around her children and grandchildren, etc.
Okay.
So y'all organize the family gathering, and then you take an inventory of skills. Who know how to sell and buy real estate? Who knows how to establish a business from the ground up, right? Who's the best at managing money? Who's the best cooks? You get all of this information goes into something called a family book. The family books that we used to have are in what we call national parks and archives and caves. They hid them in caves because they was burning up the courthouses that used to house the records. So a lot of us trace our family line back and we get stopped at a fire to a vital records office because they was trying to burn them down so we can't never figure out who we is by tracing our lineage. But the biggest part of the data was ushered into those caves. The most important one I gave Dane Calloway the heads up is in Missouri. And that one got the majority of the clan's historical records or family books in it. Right? Some families been keeping their family records for so long that you got BC period books that's written in pictographic writing, almost look like hieroglyphs. Then you come up to the modern times, when the invaders came, you got some of them that's written in an admixture of French, Spanish, and English. Because we was learning all three of those languages across the land, and different people was writing in different languages in the family book.
This is okay. So there is nobody in my family that's woke. I cannot wake them up.
Don't worry about waking them up because they're going to be greedy.
So
as soon as they realize, that's going to automatically make you the default.
Okay, because I want to set this up. I'm just knowledgeable enough about trust and understanding that this is something that is doable within the family. So I want to get this paperwork in place. But then there's another thing, understanding that is tied to our indigenous. This is not going to be the Nasara Gesar funds. Nasara and Gesar funds are going to come live very soon, right?
Yeah, those I don't know. I don't study Nasar and Jasar. I know what you're talking about though, but it's consistent with all of the people who's been deprived of their wealth, and now they have to
Yep.
pay out, but they're not tied to a family ancestry that they can tie their wealth to. So they'll get money, but they won't get the same amount.
Right,
Everybody got to have opportunity to get some of the money,
right,
even
right.
if they don't take advantage of it, because some people not gonna take advantage of it. But I'm gonna show you a good video on Family Bank
Okay.
that
That's
tell you the structure.
awesome. Yeah, because I have been woke before I knew I was woke. So I've been trying to talk to my kids. I have 6 sons. I've been trying to talk to them about getting the family structure together. And they're so tired of me they won't even listen anymore. That's on YouTube?
Yep, that's why I'm showing it to you. YouTube, Introduction to Family Bank.
Okay, I got it. I screenshotted it. Okay. So to sit down and do it. You know when you do.
Dr. Boyce Watkins got a good one, and
Okay.
also Dr. Neely Fuller tells us a whole lot of economic data in his writing. So Dr. Neely Fuller, um, uh, I think his name Randall Robinson, wrote The Debt. We
Okay.
have to be familiar with that information because we're gonna understand better how to defend our asset and not allow it to be hijacked by interlopers again.
Now, one more thing, totally off the subject of this. Driver's license, I done chucked it. Okay. So I'm trying to make this transition in my mind because, people are still with the paperwork and I'm not pursuing paperwork. So, that whole structure of how to own and drive and move around the city and how that's going to look in the transition and how that's going to settle up. Like, are we going to need paperwork in the future to be able to, get around, identify ourselves, or do anything like
Look, the paperwork that you're gonna need in the future is gonna be family paperwork. It ain't gonna be like, for instance, government documents.
that? Okay.
You're gonna have family documents. The family gonna have their own investigative teams, right? So somebody trying to embezzle money, the family gonna have to deal with their family member. That's your family. Like, if you hear me talking about Moors, right? You hear me tell them I'm not a Moor and I'm not responsible for cleaning up the dirt in the Moorish community. That's Chief Malik Angel Bay job, him and his crew. I don't have no, I just got to tell the people who brought the dirt over here, I don't have to clean up the Moors. That's Angel Bay job, right? And anybody that is under Angel Bay, they are the ones who will be cleaning the Moors up. They all got the reports in the Moorish National Archive of who it was doing the dirt, right? So since they already got the reports, it doesn't fall on me to worry about cleaning them up because I'm not an insider in the Moorish community. I'm just a student in the Moorish science because Noble Drew Ali said get a good Moorish education, and I thought that it must be necessary or we wouldn't have said it.
Right. Okay. This is nerve-wracking, but it's fun. Man, it's fun. I asked for this and I got it. I'm glad to be witnessing this. The roof is on fire and burn that motherfucker
Let
down.
this motherfucker burn.
Yes. Thank you for
Yeah.
everything you sharing, everything you doing. I know so many people who have told you that you look like So you know you look like somebody in my family tree too. So it's all good.
I'm in everybody family tree.
Yes, it's the lineup. It's the way it's supposed to be. I'm also better understanding sacred geometry and how these numbers, because you know everybody is talking in code and these numbers, but I'm starting to get. So I first started understanding the alchemy of herbs and healing. I'm
Yeah.
I'm like slowly getting the light and the sound and how that affects the body. That's what I'm putting my education in now, and I'm actually in training to become a doula right now. So that was a lifelong dream, and it's perfect timing. So it's all lining up.
Look, everybody should be pursuing their dream. Your best life scenario is tied to your life dream. I always wanted to be whatever you put after that is what you need to be pursuing, because if you pursue your dream, you're gonna be pursuing your best possible life.
Yep, yep.
You know.
All right, I'm not gonna hold you anymore. I'm gonna let someone else get some questions in. These were like some dire questions. I cannot wait to share this video with my group because this is what we've been discussing. So thank you again. Have a great day.
Okay. All right. Let me exit you out so it don't hijack my video like it be doing.
Okay.
Mm. What's up, God?
Yo, what's up, Rock?
You got it. You got it. What you know good?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing, man. I'm just waiting for this shit to be over with, man. Waiting for this shit to be over with, man. I
Ain't
ain't gonna
nobody been
lie out
waiting
there,
long.
man. We getting a lot of people getting a little impatient, bro.
Hey, look, I've been impatient. I've been patiently impatient. I've been kicking and screaming behind the scenes, still trying to keep my motherfucking composure.
Right, right, right.
So
And
I already know where you coming from with that.
yeah, you already know where I'm coming from. Yeah, I ain't really got too many I ain't really got too many questions because I already know what's going on. I just was checking in with you. That's all. I'm gonna tap out, let somebody in coming with a whole bunch of questions. I already know what's going on. Yeah, what's up, y'all? I see y'all in the comments. What's up? And I ain't even going to talk about the bullshit I was talking to you about in the messages. I'm gonna leave that where that's at. But go ahead. I'm gonna let somebody else tap in. I'm just telling you, I'm just getting impatient. But I see all the crazy ass floods where it ain't no water been at a year. So that's a big ass sign, like you've been saying. That's all I wanted to say, Rob.
All right, let me let you out so they don't end the video on me.
All right, go ahead.
Let Jay Alexander in here. Kulu, I know your name, bro. I be calling you that cause you be coming at me on some bullshit. I know your name, Kulu. I stopped calling you Kulo when I realized Big Mama had you doing something. What's up with you, God? I can't hear you.
Yo, Roy, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, for sure. What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Better than I thought.
Man, I wanted to, bro. It's my first time online with you, but bro, I wanted to ask you some questions because you be the only one that like is woke and shit, but be talking about gangs, you know, and that's why I really fuck with you because you really explain the whole thing about gangs, and I live in LA, you know, and shit, you can't really escape that shit. It's everywhere right here.
Well, let's get into the questions.
All right, so So you've been talking about this crip walk and this because I'm Mexican and you talk about the VL and these like Vato Loco stands for VL and that stands for Rhino, that stands for Vice Lords and all that. But what's so COINTELPRO? What's like the real or the main because like they got all the leaders, right?
He would be asking some real serious shit, and these motherfuckers start doing this bullshit. There you go. They had you buffering for a minute. Can you hear me?
Man, yeah.
Look, I couldn't hear your question, but I heard you mention VL and Crooked Walk. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what Cholo stepping is, right?
yeah.
That's the conjure that the Aztecs used to use in the rain dance. That's they part of the rain dance.
Oh, okay.
So look, so in California, when we get all together, we change the weather by everybody doing a part of the rain dance. They call it the rain dance, but
Yeah.
it's the crooked man brings the lightning, the cholos bring the thunder,
Oh
the
shit.
the blood, the bloods bring the rain. It's different parts. Everybody got a part. The sway of the matriarchs, what they call modern day twerking, is to shake the physical earth into earthquakes.
Oh, okay.
So we've been practicing, but we ain't know what we was practicing for because we thought we was just having fun.
Yeah, yeah. Damn, shit cutting off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get this brother back in here. If the motherfucking IG bump straight, we need to get this shit on the road because he's trying to ask some good shit, but the um, system is glitching.
Yeah.
All right, you got any more questions?
Nah, that's it. I just wanted to touch on that. Because, like, you be the only one that be talking about gangs and shit. Everybody else, like, they're too spiritual or whatever, you know, it doesn't really connect. And, like, when you talk about that shit really connects. Like, it really, like, I don't know, that shit just connects.
Yes, sir. That's because we all connected and ain't nobody identifying the links.
Okay, for real.
Everybody got their own selfish agendas and shit. We ain't on no
Yeah.
selfish, silly shit. You know.
Yeah, bro, but that's it. You know,
But
I just wanted to ask you that.
yeah. So get the cholo stepping. That's all I can tell you. Woke up, motherfuckers.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, right here, all the OGs be not all of them, but you know, they just stuck on that heroin and shit. You know.
Yeah, that's because they ain't conquered their vice yet. They got to be lords of the vice.
Damn. Yeah, that's just sad though to see and shit.
Yeah, but they got some solid OGs in every set. You just got to find them and link them together.
Oh yeah. Trust me, bro. Right here, I was surprised because I started seeing like real gangsters, real people like tatted up, whole faces and shit. They started talking the same shit you were talking, bro. I was like, what the fuck? The same
They
thing
the
you're
ones in the
talking,
know.
they're talking that shit.
Yeah, they the ones that know what's up. We trying to get the message to the grassroots.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I'm like, damn, this shit really for real.
Hmm. Hey, all this glitching, I'm gonna go on and wrap this video up. And I'll be back on here soon though. You
All
hear
right,
me?
bro. Yeah, you too. You too, bro. Take care of it, and just keep on doing what you're doing, bro. You know, I'm learning from you too.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna exit you out.